Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks so much for being here today with me. Apologies, my video did not go out that I shot. I lost it. Everything was just gone. The weirdest, something like that has never happened to me. So I was in New York City. I did a video on my computer and I went to go edit it and the video was not there. Like, go figure. I don't know what happened, but very, very, very strange. Never has happened to me. So that's why I didn't have a video out while I was away in New York. And Otis was with a sitter. He did really well. And yeah, things were great. And I apologize I didn't get a video out to y'all, but I'm so happy to be here with you now and to talk about the ticking time bomb of Harry and Meghan, because as we know, things have shifted. There's been a big shift. I'm going to talk to you about this shift and talk to you about this ticking time bomb that is coming Harry and Meghan's way, because they are getting ready to just implode, right? Oh yeah, it's coming. All right, so let's talk about it. Here, I want to also thank everyone that donated to my High Five for Education and donated $5 or more. You are amazing. Thank you. So we're going to be having this campaign for the whole month of November. So if you want to support my charity, which is an official charity, we are the real deal. If you really want to give a high five to underserved youth in their education, please go to this number and text high five and support my charity, because trust me, folks, I work hard for this charity and I hope that you will support my hard efforts, my hard work to help bring great educational opportunities to underserved youth. All right. So as we all know, and I don't talk politics, but we all know that the presidential elections were last night. There is the elect President Trump, and that is going to mean a lot of different things for Harry and Meghan. There's something in the air. There is something that is happening in Hollywood. Hollywood is imploding. And with this most recent presidential election, I think it's going to set the tone for a lot of things around Harry and Meghan, and the whole P. Diddy controversy, the things that are coming out of that. The celebrity factor is just dead. And with the rise of social media and people trying to hear their voices outside of celebrity has been on the rise with the social media. And I think that's part of the problem. I think Meghan thought she could waltz herself up in Hollywood and just reacclimate herself back into the fold of Hollywood A-list status, trying to achieve that. And it just, I mean, the timing, could it be any worse for Harry and Meghan? Could it be any worse? I mean, really. And this article that I'm talking about today by Mark Anthony is one article. As I was looking at all the news out there, this is the one that really spoke to me about the times that we're living in right now. And I'm going to give you some of my opinion about it as well. The article begins with Harry, he patronizes different UK-based charities. We know that the Well Child, which offers care to chronically ill children. This is a UK-based charity. Harry went back for that. He's trying to find himself outside of his relationship with Meghan. And as such, he was in London, we know, to recognize these kids, these teenagers and their parents affiliated with the organization. But his brief visit marks Meghan Markle's continued absence from British soil. With the recent visit and the increased public interest, royal expert Tom Bower thinks that Harry and Meghan could incite further hostility. Because I think hearing Tom Bower say that lets me think, yeah, they're going to be desperate. They're almost like caged animals trying to survive. And they're going to make some desperate moves to maintain their survival. And hearing Tom Bower say that makes a lot of sense, because the hostility from this couple is going to be so much more off the charts, considering the things I just mentioned. He goes on to say that I think there is a crisis on the way. They will know that they're not desperately in need of money at this very moment, but they constantly have to think about how they're going to plan for the future. He went on to say that there's always this ticking time bomb because they have much more that they could say. There's just a drop of what they've said, but there's so much more there that they can use to help them in this moment of crisis and trying to get survival, to have survival. He goes on to say, especially Meghan, about her time in London. Her own words would be hugely profitable for her and likely very damaging to the royal family because she's only got bad things to say. And she's hinted at that about having so much more to say. So we know that that's in her arsenal. And we know she's capable of doing it because she's done it with the Netflix series. The royal biographer further opinion, I think that Harry has got another book. The ghostwriter said that there was enough material for another book. And of course, Meghan has got a book, which would be infinitely more damaging than anything that they've written so far. Now, the problem is how desperate will the Sussexes become? So the royal expert further stated that the Sussexes are codependent on each other. With Meghan, I don't think one should read much into whether she wished him a public happy birthday. I don't believe they're about to separate. I think Meghan needs him because without him, she won't get status, and he needs her because he's a needy person. So it's a mutually beneficial arrangement. Harry won't leave Meghan because he has nowhere else to go. However, I think differently. I believe that Meghan will leave Harry. I believe she is going to find herself in a position to not need him anymore once she sees his value has diminished. Because his value now, after the presidential election with Trump in office, shows Harry that he can't count on anything to be guarded around his visa application. He can't count on anything to really secure him in the States to keep him on an even keel of just moving forward. He is set in the position now where his whole world could be rocked upside down with this new Trump administration. And Meghan seeing that Harry is done with America shows her that she has to be done with him because she will never go to the UK. She will not go back to the UK. And Harry wants to go back to the UK. And I believe Meghan is going to find her way to be self-sustaining because she's already gotten what she's needed from him. She's already gotten the access to the recognition, the high profile celebrity person. She's name recognized now. Harry gave that to her. Why would she still need Harry if Harry can't really do much more for her now? She's shown us in the past that once she's done with you, she will leave you. And nothing's changed. So that's why I tend to think differently about that when he says that. Okay. But Bauer goes on to say that Harry is beginning to realize the problem. They realize how deeply unpopular they are here, and they have a waning interest in America. And people are less and less interested in them. What benefit do they have to be here if people don't like you? What else could Meghan do to get her celebrity status back up here in America without Harry? She could find somebody else. Somebody who is more popular. She could find somebody else who's going to keep propelling her higher and higher. Because at this way, the way it's gone now, Harry, you have served your purpose. It's time to get off the elevator, okay? This is your stop. I mean, really. Meghan is getting ready to get off this elevator, folks. I'm telling you. She's getting ready to kick Harry to the curb. He has no more purpose. Bauer goes on to say that he's coming back more and more because he's testing the water and he wants to look more relevant, and he has nothing to do in America. I think he is increasingly lonely. Exactly. While Harry, I think, will be less apt to leave Meghan, he's going to try to persuade her to come to the UK. eventually, or to have a pit stop in Portugal, because we've heard the rumors about them purchasing something in Portugal. It is something that he's trying to slowly ease his way back into. We see you, Harry. We see you. You're not fooling anybody. Okay, so Bauer goes on to say, I think that they want exactly what they weren't allowed to do, half in and half out. They're looking for a purpose and they can't find it. Nope. Where's their purpose? I've always said it. They're looking for a purpose, but they're no longer aligned in purpose. So how can they find this purpose that they're looking for when they don't have the same purposes in life? They are completely going on separate paths. Some might see it as being part of the royal family, but I don't think that William will allow it. Harry seems to think that his family should apologize to him. Yeah, you're thinking crazy. Harry thinks that, and it's never going to happen. He thinks that he's been badly treated by the family, but they don't owe him an apology. Harry's anger with William is petulant and juvenile now. Exactly. And you find yourself now, Harry, in a position where you're not getting anything you want. As a matter of fact, Harry, you are still the spare in the life that you live now with Meghan. That was so nicely pointed out by someone that I heard say that. And it was like, yeah, you're still the spare. You're not going to get your apology. You're not going to get anything you want. As a matter of fact, you're not wanted here in the States. The president, the elect Trump is now going to, I think, fuel your desire to not want to be here in the States anymore. Meghan is not going to be able to get what she wants because she's not liked. So being together as a couple working on some mission or purpose that they're no longer aligned in is not going to elevate their status. It's not going to get them to where they want to be. And so what you have now is a ticking time bomb of two people who are juvenile, petulant, as Tom Bauer so says, because you're not going to get what you want by the way that you had intended to get it. Woo, I can tell you the hot flashes is real. So you have a couple now. Meghan, the only real way that she's going to be able to make real money is going to be by writing another book about the royals. We know that people are not going to be interested in seeing her cooking show that is yet to be revealed. Netflix is not happy with the polo show that Harry has done. Like, nothing is going their way. Now, let me ask you, if you were in a position where you could not get out of it the way you wanted to get out of it, in a graceful way, what do you do when you can't get out of something and you're desperate? You panic and you try to do any and everything you can to get out, and you're no longer graceful at it. You're no longer doing it in a way that is cordial. And I believe that Harry and Meghan, maybe together or separately, who knows, because they're both in the same situation, are going to try to do something to get themselves out of this bind that they find themselves in. Because Hollywood is going down. Meghan is no longer going to be able to find what she wants. I mean, you look at all the celebrity endorsements that were had for Kamala Harris, and celebrity endorsements didn't matter. People just don't care for celebrity. I mean, you look at what J-Lo is caught in now with P. Diddy, and you look at the celebrities that have once dominated people's opinions. It's no longer valid. And if Meghan is going to continue to try to seek validation with celebrities, she's not going to find herself getting in a position to up her level, her game, to get what she's trying to get, to make more money and to have more celebrity and to be more popular. That is not an option anymore. So what is the path that they're going to go down now that is going to elevate them to this life that they so desperately sought in America? Nothing. It's not the celebrities. It's not the political environment. It's not going to help you. The popularity amongst just people in general, you don't have that. What do you have? And I believe that Meghan is going to continue to try to find herself, to make it on her own without Harry, because he doesn't serve a purpose anymore for her. And Harry is done. He is done. He is baked. Done. Okay? And his life has just shown him full circle. You still the spare, Harry. I mean, what you gonna do? You haven't found yourself to be any better than off now than you were when you were in the royal family. As a matter of fact, you're worse off. So what do? You plot and you plan to do something very unprecedented to get yourself out of this circumstance that you find yourself in. And it will be, my opinion, with or without your wife, but more than likely without her. And Meghan and Harry, whether it is a bomb that they're going to detonate together or separately, they are the ticking time bomb that is getting ready to lose their ever-loving minds. Because nothing, and I mean nothing, has gone their way. They're desperate, and desperate people do desperate things. We will see. And Otis knows it too. All right, everyone. I will see you in the next one. I hope you did enjoy this one. And yeah, Otis.